Hey guys, welcome back to the Workbench. I'm Bobby Harris. Hey, we've been going over one of my builds, and it's that build that I call my forever gun. And you can see it here behind me. I mean, this is the one I'm talking about here. In the last video, I mounted up this scope and all, and I said that may or may not be the scope I go with. Probably not. I'm thinking along the lines of something a little more lightweight. To be honest, I'm looking at some of the Vortex scopes, and I'm also looking at some of the Leupold Freedom series and the Freedom series makes a really good scope. It comes in, roughly about 15 ounces, and which is really lightweight, considering the fact that I took off 6 inches off this barrel. I fluted the barrel with that helical pattern that you see there, fluted the bolt. I know all that didn't take off a whole lot of weight, but I'm trying to shave it where I can. And, thinking about, as I get older, am I going to want to carry a gun that's 15 pounds? Probably not, So I'm trying to be, a little bit more efficient there. However, I went through the process, showed you earlier. I've got this thing all epoxy bedded in, and I'm just waiting on all the epoxy to dry. But my next step is adjusting that TriggerTech trigger. And we're going to go over that right now. So bear with me here. I will set the phone down and we can talk about what we're going to do here. So like most, to adjust a trigger, I use the standard trigger pull gauge, but naturally I'm using this Wheeler gauge here. It's relatively inexpensive, but it's accurate, and it does the job for what I need to do. So we're going to check this and figure out, kind of where we're at and what we're doing here. They claim that these TriggerTechs, at least all that I've used, have come from the factory, pretty much middle of the road. This is a 1.5 to 4 pound TriggerTech primary, and for the most part, it's probably going to come in, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 pounds. And yeah, we're right there. We're basically right at 3 pounds. So we're going to make some adjustments. I've checked it a couple of times, and I already kind of knew it was going to be 3 pounds. But like I said, I bought these TriggerTechs before, and they usually kind of send them to you already set in the middle of their range, basically, that 1.5 to 4 pound range. They're going to come in about 3 pounds, and that's exactly what this one was on. So given that, what I'm going to do is make some adjustments here. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see this, but there's a set screw right in here, and you can see it. Let me get the camera right. It's right above the release mechanism, that button right there. There happens to be a set screw inside there, and you can barely make it out right there. It's a little silver set screw. They send you the Allen wrench to be able to adjust that. Now on the TriggerTech, it happens to be, to make one looser or less poundage, you need to go counterclockwise. So basically that's what we're going to do. We're going to go counterclockwise on this and try to get this set to basically where I want it. I don't know how many turns this is going to take, but kind of out of the past history on what I've done with these, it's usually only taken 4 or 5 turns or so. And let's see where this thing's at now. Most of you probably know how to do all this. I'm just kind of going over it for those that don't, and we'll kind of keep feeding into that, So now we went from 3 pounds down to 2.5 pounds. So I want to go ahead and make one more adjustment. I'd like to get this around a 2 pound weight, and we'll kind of see how that works out, figure out if that's where we need to be. This is kind of hard to do upside down, so. But I'm just doing it by feel. Okay, let's see what happens here. These things usually come in pretty quick, and they're pretty easy to adjust, so let's see how this works out. That's 2 pounds on the money right there. Let's try it again, see what happens. There we go, 2 pounds. The TriggerTechs are very repeatable and very easy to adjust. So I tend to recommend them when I can, but you know, like I said, other ones will work, and nothing wrong with some of the other brands out there. I just happen to prefer that one. So anyway, that's how you adjust your TriggerTech trigger. All right, guys, thanks. Have a great day, and God bless you.